Spar was founded in Durban when a group of 8 wholesalers went into partnership in 1963 to service small retailers. It was once part of the Tiger Brands Group but was unbundled and relisted in September 2004. It has a market cap of 21 billion rand, a price to earnings ratio of 21 and a dividend yield of 3.3%. Now, I was speaking to Wayne Hook recently. They've just come out with their results. This is a dog-eat-dog world in the retail, but the Tops brand, that's what we're focusing on now.
That's
Little
right.
Tops liquor stores.
Now, Tops is a rapidly growing part of Spar, and it's worked particularly well for them because Spar, as we know, has got the distribution capability. So they were basically adding in a Tops into every Spar around the country and then working the distribution model in order to get the margins up. That's worked very well for them, and it's been a major contributor to Spar's earnings growth recently. And it makes sense because a wholesaler that specializes in wholesaling and distribution centers is perfectly positioned to strike up a good working relationship with SAB Miller. That gets you most of the beer. You get Brand House, that gives you the Windhoek Lager and the Heineken as well, and then Distillers, which gives you all of the hardtack. And then you can add on a little bit of a relationship with the premium liquor people, because remember, bottle stores are where people that are rich go to buy their liquor, as opposed to the shebeen market. So it's a plus, definitely, for Spar.
Daniel, your thoughts on Tops?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to, well, there's basically nothing to disagree with what Paul said. It's been an absolute star performer along with Build It. I mean, if you took Tops and Build It and you put that into a separately listed entity, it would be doing unbelievably well.
Well, there's food for thought.
The rest, yeah, pardon the pun. The rest of the Spar group has not actually, I mean, in their most recent results, the operating profit line only grew about 4% in the second half, something like that, quite low digits. I think that they are having one or two issues there. Things are slow with the consumer. In that side of the business, not in the liquor side, because those top sales are flying. I mean, I think the wholesale sales to Tops stores in these results grew something like 18% in this market. If you think that the consumer is strained, is an unbelievable number.
Right, the risks to the downside here. Wayne Hook and his team doing a sterling job. We know Massmart is on the horizon.
Yes.
This model is going to be replicated. Obviously, the investment community is not the only one that has noticed that it's working well. And we're sure to see this recipe, oh, I'm so good with my puns today, being unfolded across this environment.
Yeah, look, it requires obviously getting of liquor licenses, and that can sometimes be an issue. The other point you make is a good one, and that is that Macro is a big player in liquor. Because, you know, liquor in the cities of the South African market anyway, it's all about having a good parking lot. The bigger the parking lot and the better the trolleys, the better you're going to do. So, you know, you don't have to go to the Macro in Woodmead or the one in Southgate or the one in Crown Mines to see just how much liquor is being moved in that environment. So that's all fine, that's all good. As you say, it could get replicated, but for me, I don't think that's a big concern. I know everybody says, well, the consumer's under pressure. That's like saying the tide's going out. Or
but
the air is nice to
isn't
breathe
liquor
today.
defensive? Let me put that to you two teetotalers.
Yeah, it's not really. I don't think so. The brand element is also correlated more to you know, expanding fortunes. But my point is more generally, people say the consumer's under pressure, but that's a truism. The consumer's always under pressure, whatever that means. People are always going to spend money, whatever money they've got to spend.
That's a debate for a separate day, because I know there are a lot of people who do disagree with you. Daniel, just very quickly, the weak point potentially for Spar, any downside risk from here?
Spar as a group, or to the Tops?
Well, to the Tops play within the Spar group, because obviously you've got to invest into Spar to get access to the top story.
I think it's interesting that you brought up Macro specifically. They've been in the liquor space for quite a while, and now Spar has come in with their Tops advancement, and that's had no effect on their business model. So I think that the head start that Spar has got from someone else trying to take on their business model of moving to these smaller top store locations, I think that's going to put them in a great position to fight off that competition, and the distribution that they've got already from the entire business, once again, is a strength of theirs that not many can match.
Can we go to Hot or Not, or you want to make one more point?
Just one more point. And when we talk about the retailers, Spar comes up because it's got a good distribution network, by which I mean it's got stores in lots of little funny towns where there are Spars because somebody went there because they were a franchisee that wanted to develop one there, and Spar said yes. So that's why it's quicker and easier for them to get out there. Whereas Macro, as we know, only has like 13 or 15 or 20 or something stores in the major urban centers. So that's the difference, and I think that's a competitive and a durable one for Spar, but they've got to play to it.
Hot or Not, Daniel, on Spar Group?
So on Tops, I'd say hot. But unfortunately, Tops is still, I think it's only about 7% of profits of Spar or of revenue. So, And like I said, for the overall group, I wasn't enthralled with the latest set of results. I think that the consumer's under pressure, don't tell Paul. But so based on that, I'd say at this stage not.
Hot or
I'm
not,
happy
Paul?
to say hot on all of the retailers. I like those guys.
You're going with